Hey folks, I want to show you this really amazing feature for the Rockwood 1276. This is the only pop-up I've ever seen that has this, and when I saw it, it just blew my mind. So this one has this weird capability where I can have the galley either inside or outside, and I've got this cool door where the whole thing slides down and it all comes out. I'm going to show you right now. So basically, what we do is open it up like so. There's the galley. I made a special door in here to keep out drafts and stuff. You gotta lift that up, pull this out. Once it's past a certain place, you can just pull it the rest of the way out. And now the galley is outside. What's in here you've got your tree burner so you can cook outside. You've got your sink with this awesome little dish drainer. And then all the rest of the goodies are in there. Also a cutting board. And then this is something I went crazy, and I said this is totally ridiculous, wasted space. So it used to be this little teeny tiny hole. I expanded all this, made a new drawer, cut it open. So now, and I expanded this drawer to the maximum size, so you can hold a ton of stuff in here, full slide. And then there's a bunch of extra stuff in here. And one of the other things I like to do is I store a shelving unit system in here that goes over here that extends for storage capability. There's a whole shelving system that goes over there and the pieces hide in there. Anyway, really cool features, just wanted to show you. Okay, here we're going to show you how the three-way fridge works here. We're going to start with the propane section here. Open up the top. Use this handy dandy thing to keep it open like so. I always keep it in there like there. So you basically have two sections over here. This is the gas section down here. There's the pilot light down in here, a little tricky to see. And then this is the gas control system. How does the gas control system work? Well, right now we're going to show it. This is the thermostat. This is whether you turn it on and off, and this is actually, it lights the pilot light. Gas uses, obviously, a flame. And so with all these things, you always have to do something to override the thermocouple. So to get the pilot light lit, it's obviously starting it off. Let's put it in on. To override the thermocouple, you have to press this down and press that button. And by doing that, you're going to get that little dude back down there. Let's see if I can move him. Woof. But you can see, you can't really see it. It would be better if it was nighttime. But there's a flame down inside there right now. See that flame right there? You gotta hold it on you gotta hold this button down for a second sometimes. And that should be going on, and we can see that flame still on, and I don't know if we can still see it. But anyway, that's how that works. Now let's go up to the non-gas powered. So normally what you do is you want to turn this part off, and if you're plugged in, you want to come into here, and this is the other part of the three-way, so it's gas, 110 or 12 volts. So if you're trailering the unit, what you want to do is you want to kick on that 12 volts, turn that off, and turn the gas off, and what that'll do is that'll keep the fridge cold while you're traveling from start to finish. You don't want to leave it on there because basically it draws about 10 amps worth of current out of your car, and it will drain either your car's battery or the trailer battery. Alrighty, that's the fridge. Alright, this is what a cassette toilet looks like here. Now we're going to open this guy up, and we're going to show you what's inside. So this is a Thetford cassette toilet. There's two pieces to it. We've got this is the place where you fill up and do the reservoir that you use to flush with. You undo this, and then there's a little sight tube here. Let's show how full it is. And then there's the actual tank itself, and that comes out by pressing this flap down and pulling. So I kind of do it all at once. And it comes out all like so. And there's the whole tank by itself. And so basically how this tank works is, it keeps all the dirty stuff in there, and you want to make sure not to lose that. This is the pressure vacuum release valve. And this is the valve that you open up. You go someplace that you're going to dump it. Rotate it out. Take off that top. Turn the whole thing sideways. And hit the pressure release valve that breaks the vacuum, and swoosh! Out the whole thing comes, and then you now have a clean toilet tank. Alrighty. Okay, I'm going to show you how to use the gas water heater. On this type of water heater, there is no electronic pilot, so you have a manual pilot. So what you have to do with all of these ones on this type of technology, you always have to have a pilot section here, right? There starts and off to override the thermocouple to keep this pilot from blowing you up. If the light blows out, you have to first hit this pilot button, press it down and hold it down, and then you have to have something that has a flame. And then you got to leave that in there until that pilot lights. Now you have to hold it on there for a second, because what you're doing is you're waiting for this thermocouple in here to heat up to the point where it realizes there's a flame, and then it'll leave the pilot on by itself. Now that I'm done, I can release that, and you can see that pilot down in there is lit. Now what you can do is you can also just turn this guy on here, and woof. Now it's hot, heating up water as we speak. Anywho, that's how that works. Same thing, we're going to shut it down, go back to pilot, you'll see that the pilot's going on there, come back down, shut it off, and now you're good to go.